my name is C, and today I have one of my favorite videos to do and watch. I have my month in review. So in this, I'm going to talk about all the kits that I finished this month, anything I'm working on, and any sort of plans that I have for the following month. So, first thing we're going to do is First thing we're going to do is take a peek at my logbook, see what I have written down in here, and then we're going to look at the kit. Usually I have this flipped over for you guys, but it is a mystery kit, so I didn't want to spoil anything within the first 30 seconds of me showing this video. I will give you proper warning before I flip this over and tell you what it is, but there's no chance of it being spoiled yet. Okay, let's zoom in for a second and take a peek at my logbook. So first things first, here is that tracker spread. A little bit more variety in here, actually, surprisingly. I actually really only completed 2 kits this month, a Jade and a Diamondart but I didn't realize it's been like a good stretch since I did one. Oh, there's a Diamondart there, never mind. Our alphabet challenge, I did not add on to this at all. We're getting into those like trickier letters. Here is that October. I swear, when I grabbed the markers, this was supposed to be a light orange and this one a darker one. It's like half a shade difference. Whatever. Anyways, for October, I started 3 kits and I only finished 2. Now, October is what I lovingly call prompt month. This is a month where I spend the majority of my time writing. So I joined a writing challenge. Every day there is a different set of prompts. So for mine that I chose, and there's hundreds of these out there, it originally started with Inktober. That guy turned out to be kind of there's a whole thing behind it. I'm not going to get into it in this video, or at all, really. And once people kind of learned some more details about him, it branched off into a wide variety of things, pretty much anything under the sun. Following different tropes, things like that, different subjects. Some of them are just fantasy, some are like AU, so whatever. And it's like drawing, writing, fun stuff. So the prompt list that I chose, for each day you had a quote, and then 3 other prompts that vary between like objects, condition, rooms, that type of deal. So for it, so I spent a lot of time writing and doing that this month. I still have 2 more to do. Today is Thursday, October 30th. So I still have to do one for the 30th and one for the 31st. I'm doing that afterwards. Anyways, so I only actually finished 2 kits because my primary focus this month was writing. And then I have 5 whips. Clearly starting things was fine, but finishing them, not happening. For that challenge, I've written about 50,000 words. I will probably get up to an additional 2,000 to 5,000 words once I write those last 2 prompts, but it all depends on how things are flowing in my mind. Anyways, so yeah, about 50,000 words, which I was really hoping I would write more than last year. Last year I wrote 60, so I mean, I'm close. Anyways, shops I worked on was Jaded Gem Shop, Diamondartclub, and ArtDot. My quote for this month comes from The Enchanted Greenhouse. Yeah, The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. Words matter. The right words could have... What? The right words could have shattered glass. Oh, healed! I'm gonna be made fun of so much for that. Let's try that again. Words matter. The right words could heal shattered glass and hearts and families and lives. I thought that was cute. If I could, read my own writing. I only bought 6 kits, which is an improvement from like the past couple months. November's out the window already. My starting stash is $3.19 and I finished with $3.25. So, hey, anyways, okay, let's actually get into the kits here. So this month, again, I only completed 2 kits, so I really don't have all that much to show you guys. This first kit here is actually the Summer Mystery from Jaded Gem Shop. So if you do not want to see any sort of spoilers, I would recommend just clicking ahead a few minutes. I will try to include a timestamp, but I make no promises. I'm really bad at remembering to include that stuff. So yes, this is a summer mystery from Jaded Gem Shop. It is the latest mystery. Second latest? She did put up the fall one. This isn't the fall one. Anyways, okay. I am going to show this now. So again, final warning to skip ahead if you're not done it, if you don't want to see it, whatever. Okay, let's flip this over now. And here we go. So, again, this was the summer mystery, the Crafter's Den from Jaded Gem Shop. I started this one... See, I wrote this with yellow. It was supposed to be a lot darker, so I'm struggling to read it. I don't know why I chose yellow. I started it September 28th, finished it on October 4th for number 39 for the year, 191 overall. It's around 56 by 72.8 centimeters, 37 colors with 5 glimmers, 5 luminescence. Okay. I did a special video dedicated to this one. The day this video goes up, the previous Wednesday was an entire unboxing, time-lapse, my thoughts as right after I finished the kit. So if you would like more timely thoughts, definitely check out that video. So my thing, first things first, this is the first mystery, like Crafter's Den mystery that I got as round, and I have to say I really liked it. Usually I get them as squares, but I really like Jade's hand rendering in rounds. That shop really does, like, it's a very clean render, if that makes sense. There's usually not a lot of confetti, the colors are very clear, so things like that is why I like getting them in rounds. Round confetti I do not like, and that's just personal preference. That's nothing to do with the shop. That's just, yeah. Something I like is color blocking in rounds. So it was nice to get one of these Crafter's Den kits as a hand-rendered piece. And Jade does that for all of the Crafter's Dens. They're all hand-rendered. So again, really nice. I'll probably continue going forward, getting them in rounds. I ordered the fall one, but now I think I'm doubting myself that I got it in rounds. I think I got that as squares. I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. This kit was a lot of fun. I unfortunately do not know the artist. It is not listed anywhere on here. It's not on the listing, so I have no idea who the artist is. So I can't tell you that information. I did have to say that with the round ones, in some of these yellows, the symbols seem really big. So unless... Oh, I lost a diamond. Oh well. So unless you are placing things absolutely perfectly, you can see the black symbols around them. Like, I can really see it here. It's up in these yellows over here. It's over in those yellows. So I would have liked to seen those symbols a little smaller. But I have to say, I absolutely adore the special placements in here. Like, you have a blue fairy dust up there. These dandelion puffs are all fairy dust. The wings are all those Lumos diamonds. So it's gorgeous. I really love the way that this kit turned out. I think that's all. Yeah. And then I wrote down that the render was amazing. Yeah, I love these. I don't actually know what they're totally called. I think luminescent, but I call them Lumos for some reason. That's what's sticking in my head. But yeah, again, I really loved this rendering and the bright colors. It really does. It was a perfect kit for summer. I do have to say it showed up. I mean, I didn't get to start it until like the end of September. So, I mean, it was fall by the time I started working on this one. So I wish these came out a little bit closer to their proper seasons, but they're made to order kits that I do expect some delays. I wouldn't say delays. Delays is the wrong word. Jade is very accurate with her times on her website. Anyways, okay, I'm off track. This was really fun to work on, and I cannot wait to do the next Crafter's Den mystery. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. Again, strong rendering, love the specials, just wish a few of these symbols were a little smaller. for a recap, I'm going to grab the next one. Which, let me just tuck that down, is The Three Sisters by Lyra the Lavender Witch from diamondartclub. I really don't have much to say about this one, except I loved it. This was a lot of fun to work on. It was one of my final kits for Drills and Chills. Actually, it was the final one that I completed for the event. I don't think I got a whole lot in this year. Whatever. I lost my train of thought. Okay. I started this one October 12th, finished it on the 24th for number 40 of the year, 192 overall. It's around 55.6 by 78.7, 89 colors with 2 ABs, 3 fairy dusts. Now, I know that sounds like a really high color count, but I have to say it really, really works for this image and this artist's style. Don't get me wrong, some of the colors that I used in here, I think probably only had about 5-10 max. However, I really do think that helps with all of this shading in here within the colors, within their dresses, like the flowers down here. It all looks stunning. So I do think the high color count was needed. Another thing, this kit was light on the specials, but again, that really suits the artwork. There's just some glimmers in the background. You have your white EB as the stars. There's an AD in her dress and in these flowers. And then there's just some glimmers in the bottom here. And there was one other spot, but I can't quite remember. Anyways. Oh, I think it is again down in the flowers here. Yeah. So very nice kit. A lot of diamondartclub standard things for drills, glue, canvas, whatever. What did I write? Yeah, because I just enjoyed this one. I actually worked on it differently. I jokingly called it my chaos method, only because I didn't actually section anything. I didn't use any of the sections on the perforated cover. I didn't make any rows myself. I just peeled it back and went for it because of all these color transitions. Like there was good chunks of color blocking in here. So I just started at the top, worked my way down in whatever colors stood out the most. So it was a bit chaotic, but honestly, it worked out really well for this style of artwork, and I've been continuing doing that for my next kit, and I think I might just skip sections going forward. In certain cases, I'll continue them, but I'll explain. Kits that have a lot of color blocking like this, and I just mean in the sky, there was totally a lot more confetti down in the bottom half here. Really worked out well for me to have that kind of more like freeform style to it. Where something with confetti, I could see myself continuing to section just to cut down on that confetti and like missing things and having to go back. This one I didn't have that issue. But anyways, that's just me figuring out a way, trying out a different way to work on kits. So that is the Three Sisters. Kit wise, I really don't have a whole lot to comment on. It's beautiful. I loved it. I can't wait to work on more kits from this artist. Okay, that is actually all I have for whips. Again, I spent a lot of time writing this month, so I didn't get a whole lot done kit wise. But let me grab my first whip and we can chat about that for a bit. Okay, I put up a poll in the Crafter's Den for which kit I should work on next, and they voted on Midnight Snack by Maddie Arts. This is another kit from diamondartclub, and I have to say I am really loving this kit. Again, this might be a better example of that chaos thing that I was talking about. I've just been rolling back the plastic, and as I see a color, working through it. It's not great here. It was better shown when I was actually working up here, just because there's so much color blocking down here. Anyways, I started this one when I was listening to the Enchanted Greenhouse. This is actually 2 days of progress. 2 days, 3 days, 2 days. Yeah, I haven't touched this one since the weekend. So I started it like Saturday. I started Saturday morning and I put on the Enchanted Greenhouse and just kind of like worked my way through it. And then I got here on Sunday. I'm pretty sure that's how I worked on it. Anyways, I am really, really loving the rendering on this one. There's so much color blocking and it is so much fun to work on. The specials are a lot of fun too. Like you have this yellow AB in here. There is some fairy dusts. So it's a lot of fun. I'm really liking this rendering. And this cat is just so stinking cute. So anyways, I'm hoping to finish this one up on the weekend, which actually pushes us into November. So, fun times. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say for this one. There was a time, like, when I started up here where I was thinking, oh, that's it. I actually had to switch to the, like, heart-shaped wax on this one because the glue was really... It almost felt thin up in some of these blues up here, so I just kind of switched from my putty to the wax, and it has been working a lot better. The putty really just stuck in my multiplacer and kept all the drills on it and not on the canvas. So yeah, switched I was using and it's been working up totally fine. So yeah, oh, there's pink AB and this like candle over here too. Lots of fun. I really wish there was more kits from this artist because she has some stunning stuff. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna grab the next one. So this is an incredibly fun piece. This is the Flower Dragon Meadow Stitch Along. So I don't know the best way to... I'm horrible. I'm gonna be the worst person to explain this. Flossy Fox does a stitch along, so every month a new part of the pattern is revealed. Originally this is done as a cross stitch, and Jade has partnered up with Flossy Fox to provide everything needed for a diamond painting, which I picked up as a diamond painting version. Elisa Mink Arts and Crafts is doing both versions, so if you want to see a comparison, she has that. And she could probably explain this 10 times better than I can. But this is a stitch along, so every month on the 9th or 10th, a new part or a new dragon is revealed. So this is a 6-month project. This is month 1, 2, and 3. 4 will be up here, 5 up in this corner, and 6 will be down here. So every month I get to make a little bit more progress on this, which makes this a long-term whip, I guess. Anyways, I have been having such the urge to work on another cross-stitch conversion, and I have to say, this is really scratching that itch. The only ones that I have is my Witch's Eye Chrysabug or the Story Keep Avalon, which is like 150 centimeters or something ridiculous like that. So this is an amazing project to have. It's been so much fun to work on too, and I love this green in the background. So I have about another week and a couple days before the next section is revealed, and I will totally do some more time lapses in a vlog for the next section, I think, if you're curious. Anyways, that is one whip number 2, I think. Yes. Okay, let me go grab the third whip, which, as promised, here is that ArtDot kit. I did an unboxing. ArtDot sent this over to me, so I did a whole unboxing video, and in that I said I would start on this kit right away so we could see how that Titan drilled feel looks. First things first, I don't have a whole lot done. It's just this top corner over here. You can really tell the difference in that, the color difference there. And this is Coastal Lighthouse, by the way. The kit name is Coastal Lighthouse. Anyways, for first things first, I love how bright these colors are. In their emails to me, they were very much of the drill field is much tighter. I didn't work on any of their first version of kits. I have not worked on any of the previous kits. So I cannot speak on any sort of comparison between the two. However, I will say I do wish it was almost like the drill field was almost just a touch tighter. And that really only stands out to me because in all of their emails, they're like, we tightened up the drill field, we listened to what people were saying, and I was really impressed by that. And I have to say, I wish it was still just a little bit tighter. For comparison's sake, just so you have an idea of what I mean, this feels very much like a 2020 Diamond Art Club, if that makes sense. So yeah, but other than that, like, the symbol clarity is there, the colors are bright and vibrant, so I'm excited to keep working on this one. And maybe in the future they continue to work on that drill field a little bit more. I would like to see that. I do have a feeling though I'm still going to pick up the other 3 that released with this one, just because I do like small landscapes. Okay, I think that's all I have to say for this one. Let me grab the next one. Yeah, I know I said I was going to finish this one in October, and that didn't happen. And now I'm going to say I'm going to finish it in November, alongside Morning in a Pine Forest and all those other whips. It's not going to happen. But that's going to be my main focus. I think I only have about 3 more rows left on this kit. So anyways, I really don't have much to say. I really don't know where I left off with this one from last month. I definitely should have checked that. But anyways, okay. That is all my whips. In November, I do plan to work on just finishing things, I think. I think that's gonna be my main goal. No, I won't mention that. I think that's it. Okay. I might get up another Yume. We'll see. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna leave that one here. Let me know what you worked on this month. If you made it to the end, again, leave me a little like ghost emoji or something Halloweeny, and I will see you in the next one.